Question number 1. Suppose there are 3 points on Cartesian plane if 2 points have abscissa negative and ordinate positive, and the other point has ordinate positive and abscissa positive. Then how many point lies on second quadrant?
On track. 2 is the correct answer. Question number 2. The equation of the line L is y equal to 2x plus 6. Find the equation of the line perpendicular to line L that passes through. Right again. Y equal to x 1.5 is a valid answer. Question number 3, ABCD is a parallelogram, so the diagonals bisect each other. What is the midpoint of the diagonals? Solid response. Bulb 2 is a valid choice. Question number 4. Brian used the same rule on each input number to create the output numbers in the table below. Smart pick. Subtract 10 is the correct choice. Question number 5. The set of points which are at a constant distance of r units from a fixed point O is called a circle with center O and radius equal to units. State whether the given statement is true or false. Well reasoned. True is the correct choice. Question number 6. Which of the following could represent the missing coordinates of P in rectangle qui point or? Perfect is the correct choice. Question number 7. Which equation best represents the relationship between x and y in the table shown? Bravo. Y equal to 5x plus 5 is the answer. Question number 8. A quadrilateral has opposite sides with the same slopes and consecutive sides with slopes that are reciprocals. What is the most precise classification of the quadrilateral? Great thinking. Parallelogram is the right choice. Question number 9. If the coordinates of the midpoints of the sides AB, BC and K of a triangle are and respectively, then the vertices A and B of the triangle are. You got it. Your choice is right. Question number 10. If the coordinates of one end of a diameter of a circle is and the coordinates of its center is, then the coordinate of the other end of the diameter is. Great job. Is the accurate answer. Question number 11. Given ABCD is a parallelogram, what are the coordinates of point C? Nicely done. Is a solid answer. Question number 12. Give the most precise classification for the quadrilateral. Strong choice. Rectangle is the right answer. Question number 13. Are the lines shown parallel, perpendicular, or neither? Excellent choice. Neither is the right answer. Question number 14. What is the y-intercept of the line graphed below? Well picked. 4 is the correct answer. Question number 15. Find the y-coordinate of the midpoint of the line. Good thinking. 2 is the right answer. Question number 16. Which letter matches the coordinate? Good job. Your answer O works well here. Question number 17. Name the quadrant where point C is located. Excellent. Quadrant I is a brilliant choice. Question number 18. On plotting the points O, A, B, and C and joining O, AB, BC, and CO, which of the following figure is obtained? Nice selection. Trapezium is the correct and valid answer. Question number 19. If P, Q, R, S, and T are plotted on a graph paper, then the points in the fourth quadrant are dash.
Correct. Q and R is the right answer.
Question number 20. What do you call point A in the XA plane? Sharp thinking.
Origin is the right choice.
Question number 21. Which point lies to the right of y-axis?
Clear logic. Your choice is sound and 100% true.
Question number 22. The two vertices and centroid of a triangle are and respectively. Then the coordinates of third vertex are dash.
Smart move is an accurate answer.
Question number 23. Slopes of perpendicular lines are dash.
Nice work. You chose opposite reciprocals and it is correct.
Question number 24. On which axis does the point B lie?
Valid point axis is true.
Question number 25. Find the distance between J and K.
Well done. 8.2 is the right choice.
Question number 26. There are 2 points P and Q on the Cartesian plane. The longest perpendicular distance from x-axis will be the point.
You're right. Q is the correct answer.
Question number 27. Point C lies in which quadrant?
Exactly. First quadrant makes sense and it is right choice.
Question number 28. Choose the correct option.
Right choice. Parallel is the best answer.
Question number 29. If P is the midpoint of the line segment joining the points Q and R, then the value of is.
You chose 12, and it is correct.
Question number 30. The equation of a straight line is 2y equal to 3x plus 4. Find the coordinates of the point where the line crosses the y-axis dash.
Correct response is the most accurate answer.
Question number 31. The section formed by horizontal and vertical lines determining the position of point in a Cartesian plane is called.
Sharp thinking. Quadrants is the right choice.
Question number 32. The point which lies on the perpendicular bisector of the line segment joining the points and B is.
Great job. Is the accurate answer.
Question number 33. If and are the vertices of the parallelogram taken in order, then the value of x is.
Smart pick. Phi is the correct choice.
Question number 34. The coordinates of any point on the y-axis are of the form where k is the distance of the point from the.
Smart move. X-axis is an accurate answer.
Question number 35. The midpoint of the line segment AB is P. If the coordinates of B are, then the coordinates of R.
Right again is a valid answer.
Question number 36. Find the coordinate of the point P, whose ordinate is twice as much as abscissa and sum of coordinates is 12.
Good thinking is the right answer.
Question number 37. Find the coordinates of the point which lies on y-axis at a distance of 4 units in negative direction of y-axis.
Nice selection is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 38. The coordinates of which divides the line segment joining the points and in the ratio 1:3 is dash.
Well reasoned is the correct choice.
Question number 39. What is at?
Nicely done. A robot is a solid answer.
Question number 40. The fourth vertex D of a parallelogram ABC, whose 3 vertices are B and C is.
You chose, and it is correct. Question number 41. The name of horizontal line in the Cartesian plane, which determines the position of a point, is called.
Solid response. Axis is a valid choice.
Question number 42. In what ratio does the point Q divide the line segment joining the points P and R?
Strong choice. 1:3 is the right answer.
Question number 43. A straight line joins the points A and C. Find the coordinates of the midpoint of F.
Well picked. Is the correct answer.
Question number 44. If a B and P are the vertices of a right triangle right-angled at P, they y equal 2.
Correct. 2,4 is the right answer.
Question number 45. The point which divides the line segment joining and in the ratio through 1 internally is.
Bravo is the answer.
Question number 46. If 3 points are collinear, then the area of the triangle formed by these points will be dash.
Nice work. You chose equal to 0, and it is correct.
Question number 47. A point is 3 units distance from x-axis and 4 units distance from y-axis, then the point is dash.
Good job. Your answer works well here.
Question number 48. The ratio in which the x-axis divides the line segment joining the points and is.
Excellent choice. 4:7 is the right answer.
Question number 49. In what ratio does the y-axis divides the line joining the points and internally?
Great thinking. 4:2 is the right choice.
Question number 50. A is the point and B is the point. Find the coordinates of the midpoint of AB.
Correct response is the most accurate answer.
Question number 51. If the points B, C lie on the x-axis, then the value of A is dash.
Perfect. 3 is the correct choice.
Question number 52. The coordinate axis divides the Cartesian plane in 4 parts. What are these parts known as?
Well done. Quadrant is the right choice.
Question number 53. A point lies on y-axis at a distance of 2 units from the x-axis. Its coordinates are.
You're right. False is the correct answer.
Question number 54. Name the type of quadrilateral formed by the points and.
You got it. Your choice square is right.
Question number 55. Find the center of a circle if the endpoints of the diameter are at and.
Exactly. Makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 56. Find the coordinates of the midpoint of the line segment joining A and B.
Excellent is a brilliant choice.
Question number 57. The figure obtained by plotting the points and is dash.
On track. Square is the correct answer.
Question number 58. If 3 points A, B, C are collinear, then which of the following statement is correct?
Clear logic. Your choice AC equal to AB plus BC is sound and 100% true.
Question number 59. If the distance between the points and is 5, one of the values of x is.
Valid point. 2 is true.
Question number 60. Ordinate is positive and abscissa is negative, then the point belongs to dash quadrant.
Right choice. I is the best answer.
Question number 61. Use the distance formula to classify the following trianglia BC.
Perfect. Scalene is the correct choice.
Question number 62. A straight line joins the points N, C. Calculate the length of AC.
Valid point. 12.4 is true. Question number 63. The line segment joining points and is divided by x-axis in the ratio.
Excellent. 2 and 1 is a brilliant choice.
Question number 64. What formula do you use to decide if there is a right angle based on coordinates?
Nicely done. Slope is a solid answer.
Question number 65. Signs of abscissa and ordinate of a point in the fourth quadrant are respectively.
Smart pick. Plus is the correct choice.
Question number 66. The midpoint of the line segment joining the points N, B is. Great thinking is the right choice. Question number 67M is the midpoint of find the coordinates of R if Q and M.
You're right is the correct answer.
Question number 68. The distance of a point from the y-axis is called its x-coordinate, or abscissa.
Nice work. You chose true and it is correct. Question number 69. If the points A, B and C are collinear, then find value of x. Correct response. 63 is the most accurate answer.
Question number 70. The coordinates of image of the reflection of A in x-axis in origin is.
Exactly. 2, 3 makes sense and it is right choice. Question number 71. A is the point and B is the point. Calculate the length of AB.
Clear logic. Your choice 12.6 is sound and 100% true.
Question number 72. The equation of a straight line is 2y equal to 3x plus 4. Find the gradient of this line.
Great job. 1.5 is the accurate answer.
Question number 73. The points B, C and D are the vertices of a. Right again. Rectangle is a valid answer.
Question number 74. If abscissa is negative and ordinate is 0, it will lie on third quadrant.
Nice selection. False is the correct and valid answer. Question number 75. What ordered pair is 5 units to the right and 3 units up from the origin? Good job. Your answer works well here. Question number 76. Say true or false point and lies in the same quadrant. Excellent choice. False is the right answer. Question number 77. Say true or false are the points and are collinear.
Smart move. False is an accurate answer.
Question number 78. A point of the form lies on y-axis quadrant I, x-axis quadrant I. Good thinking. Y-axis is the right answer.
Question number 79. The name of the point where x-axis and y-axis intersect each other is.
Sharp thinking. Origin is the right choice.
Question number 80. The area of a triangle with vertices A, B and C is. Strong choice. 8 is the right answer.
Question number 81. Name the mathematician who developed the theory of coordinate geometry.
On track? Rien Descartes is the correct answer. Question number 82. What's the perpendicular distance of the point from the x-axis?
5 is the answer. Question number 83. The perimeter of a triangle with vertices and is.
Solid response. 12 is a valid choice. Question number 84. Find the midpoint of the segment with the endpoints. And.
Well done is the right choice.
Question number 85. In what ratio does the x-axis divide the join of A and B?
Right choice. 1 key 2 is the best answer.
Question number 86. Midpoint of line segment joining points and is dash.
Well picked is the correct answer.
Question number 87. The axes divide the coordinate plane into 4 sections, called what?
You chose quadrants, and it is correct.
Question number 88. The coordinate axis divides the Cartesian plane in how many parts?
You got it? Your choice 4 is right.
Question number 89. The E point whose ordinate is 4 and which lies on the y-axis is dash.
Correct is the right answer.
Question number 90. Write the equation of a line with a slope of 3 and y-intercept of a.
Well reasoned. Y equal to 3x plus 8 is the correct choice.
Question number 91. The distance of the point P from the origin is dash units.
Strong choice. 13 is the right answer.
Question number 92. If y-coordinate of a point is 0, then this point always lies.
Right choice. On x-axis is the best answer.
Question number 93. What is the mirror image of considering x-axis as mirror?
Good thinking is the right answer.
Question number 94. The perpendicular distance of the points from x-axis is.
Well reasoned. 6 is the correct choice.
Question number 95. The midpoint of the line segment joining and is.
Nice work. You chose, and it is correct.
Question number 96. What shape is formed when we join point?
Well picked. Triangle is the correct answer.
Question number 97. The point at which the two coordinate axes meet is called dash.
Valid point. Origin is true.
Question number 98. Write the name of the point where x-axis and y-axis intersect.
Correct response. Origin is the most accurate answer.
Question number 99. In the ordered pair, which number is the y-coordinate?
Great thinking. 9 is the right choice.
Question number 100. The perpendicular distance of any point from y-axis is called.
You chose abscissa of the point. And it is correct.
Question number 101. If equal to, then the coordinates are dash.
Right again is a valid answer.
Question number 102. The general representation of a point lying on x-axis is dash.
Exactly. Makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 103. The point of intersection of x-axis and y-axis is called as.
Nicely done. Origin is a solid answer.
Question number 104. The distance between the points A and B is dash.
On track. 8 is the correct answer.
Question number 105. The midpoint of the line joining and is.
Excellent is a brilliant choice. Question number 106. Whose birthday we celebrated as National Mathematics Day? Well done. Srinivasa Ramanujan is the right choice.
Question number 107. The centroid of a triangle divides each median in the ratio.
Correct. 2, 1 is the right answer.
Question number 108. If the coordinates of a point are, then it lies in.
Sharp thinking. Y-axis is the right choice.
Question number 109. If the abscissa of the point is 0, then the point lies on.
Smart move. Y-axis is an accurate answer.
Question number 110.
Find the distance between the 2 points. And clear logic. Your choice 6 is sound and 100% true. Question number 111. Which of the following point lies in the third quadrant?
Perfect is the correct choice.
Question number 112. What is the distance of the point from the origin?
Bravo, 5 is the answer.
Question number 113. In which quadrant both x and y coordinates are positive?
Excellent choice. I is the right answer.
Question number 114. The 4 regions on the coordinate plane are called dash.
Good job. Your answer quadrants works well here.
Question number 115. The points are the vertices of a
Isosceles triangle is the correct answer. Question number 116. Do the points form a triangle? Nice selection. Yes is the correct and valid answer. Question number 117. A quadrant in which both x and y values are negative is? Smart pick. Third quadrant is the correct choice.
Question number 118. If lies on y-axis, then what is the value of a?
Solid response. Zoe is a valid choice.
Question number 119. Name of each part of plane formed by x-axis and y-axis.
You got it. Your choice quadrant is right.
Question number 120. What formula would you use to show lengths are equal?
Great job. Distance formula is the accurate answer.
Question number 121. The distance between and is dashy units.
Correct. 10 is the right answer.
Question number 122. How many quadrants does the Cartesian plane cut into?
Clear logic. Your choice 4 is sound and 100% true.
Question number 123. Horizontal distance of point from origin is?
Exactly. 5 makes sense and it is right choice. Question number 124. What's the distance between and? Correct response. 14 is the most accurate answer. Question number 125. If the coordinate of a point lies in or at? Nice selection. X-axis is the correct and valid answer. Question number 126. What is the y-intercept of the graph of y equal to 5x plus 6? Excellent choice. 6 is the right answer. Question number 127. The ordered pair is also known as the dash.
Nice work. You chose origin and it is correct.
Question number 128. Name the quadrant in which the point lies. Perfect. E quadrant is the correct choice. Question number 129. The horizontal line in coordinate plane is called? Smart pick. X-axis is the correct choice. Question number 130. The point whose ordinate is 8 and lies on y-axis? Great thinking. Is the right choice.
Question number 131. The distance of the point P from x-axis is?
Nicely done. 3 is a solid answer.
Question number 132. Abscissa of all the points on the x-axis is dash.
Well done. Any number is the right choice. Question number 133. And forms dash triangle. Right choice. Both is the best answer. Question number 134. Mirror image of the point in y-axis is? Right again. Is a valid answer.
Question number 135. In which quadrant does the point lie?
Well picked.
1/3 is the correct answer.
Question number 136. What is the mirror image of on x-axis? Bravo is the answer. Question number 137. X-coordinate of a point is also known as dash. Smart move. Abscissa is an accurate answer. Question number 138. A line with a slope that is undefined is a dash. Sharp thinking. Vertical is the right choice. Question number 139. The ratio that centroid divide any median is. Great job. 2:1 is the accurate answer. Question number 140. Ordinate of all the points in the x-axis is.
On track. 0 is the correct answer.
Question number 141. Which axis runs horizontally? Excellent. X is a brilliant choice. Question number 142. Which equation is perpendicular to y equal to 6x plus 2? Solid response. Y equal to what 6x plus 4 is a valid choice. Question number 143. Find the distance between and. Good job. Your answer 5 works well here. Question number 144. Coordinate lies in which quadrant? Good thinking. I is the right answer. Question number 145. How many quadrants are in coordinate plane? Strong choice. 4 is the right answer. Question number 146. Which of the following point lie on y-axis? Well reasoned is the correct choice. Question number 147. Fill in the blanks. Point lies dash. You're right. On the y-axis is the correct answer. Question number 148. Equal to 5, 7x plus 2y equal to 5, 7x 30. These lines are dash. Valid point. Parallel is true. Question number 149. The point lies in which quadrant? You chose third quadrant, and it is correct. Question number 150. What is the midpoint of an? You got it. Your choice is right. Question number 151. The mirror of a point on y-axis is. Clear logic. Your choice is sound and 100% true. Question number 152. Which point does not lie in any quadrant? Great job. Is the accurate answer. Question number 153. Belongs to dash quadrant. Right again. I is a valid answer. Question number 154. The points lie on. Smart move. Y-axis is an accurate answer. Question number 155. Name of intersection of x-axis and y-axis. Good thinking. Origin point is the right answer. Question number 156. Which axis runs vertically? Sharp thinking. Y is the right choice. Question number 157. Lies on the positive direction of. Nice work. You chose y-axis, and it is correct. Question number 158. What is the slope in the equation y equal to 4x plus 3? Correct response. 4 is the most accurate answer. Question number 159. Which point lies to the right of y-axis? Well done. Is the right choice. Question number 160. Who is the father of coordinate geometry? You got it. Your choice Reen Descartes is right. Question number 161. What do you mean by ordinate of a point? Well reasoned. Y-coordinate is the correct choice. Question number 162. The other name of y-coordinate is dash. Great thinking. Ordinate is the right choice. Question number 163. Who is the coordinate of origin? Right choice. True is the best answer. Question number 164. Slopes of perpendicular lines are dash. Nicely done. Opposite reciprocals is a solid answer.
Question number 165. What slope is perpendicular to m equal to 5 the a?
Excellent. 8 pi 5 is a brilliant choice. Question number 166. Distance of p from the x-axis is. Smart pick. 3 is the correct choice. Question number 167. X-coordinate of a point on y-axis is.
You're right. Zo is the correct answer.
Question number 168. Mirror image of A in origin is. Excellent choice. Is the right answer. Question number 169. The abscissa of the point is. Well picked. 2 is the correct answer.
Question number 170. Which line are parallel to y equal to 3x plus 1?
You chose y equal to 3x, and it is correct. Question number 171. Our coordinate of which point?
Correct. Origin is the right answer. Question number 172. The coordinates of origin are dash. Solid response is a valid choice.
Question number 173. And r dash.
Bravo. Collinear is the answer.
Question number 174. Which graph is parallel to x-axis?
Perfect. Y equal to 2 is the correct choice. Question number 175. Abscissa of a point is positive in. Exactly. I and I quadrants make sense and it is right choice. Question number 176. How do you write an ordered pair?
Nice selection is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 177. Slopes of parallel lines are dash. Strong choice. The same is the right answer.
Question number 178. What is the name of x-coordinate?
Valid point. Abscissa is. Question number 179. What is the point also known as? Good job. Your answer origin works well here. Question number 180. In which quadrants do lie? On track. EV is the correct answer. Question number 181. Which line is parallel to y equal tox 2? You're right. That is the correct answer. Question number 182. A line with a slope of 0 is dash. Perfect. Horizontal is the correct choice. Question number 183. What slope is parallel to m equal to 4? Right again. 4 is a valid answer. Question number 184. The abscissa of is dash. Nice selection. 5 is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 185 lies in dash quadrant. Exactly. I make sense and it is right choice. Question number 186. Coordinate of origin is dash. Excellent. Is a brilliant choice.
Question number 187. Which point lies on y-axis? Good job. Your answer works well here.
Question number 188. A point on x-axis is dash.
Smart pick is the correct choice.
Question number 189. Point lies in the.
Well picked. I quadrant is the correct answer. Question number 190. The point lies on. You got it? Your choice x-axis is right. Question number 191 lies on dash. Sharp thinking. X-axis is the right choice.
Question number 192. Point lies.
You chose on the negative y-axis, and it is correct.
Question number 193, Anne.
Good thinking. 8 is the right answer. Question number 194. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format?
Clear logic. Your choice contact Narayan Changder on Facebook is sound and 100% true.